Listen, I want y'all to understand something and understand this clearly, right? Because a lot of people are confused on how the actual real world works. Listen, justice is only for the rich. Justice is only with the ones who have connections. The innocent doesn't get justice, right? The innocent, they don't get leeway, right? They don't get the benefit of the doubt, right? The innocent, get crushed all through history, right? The innocent get their neck stepped on. Hard-working people who want to do things the right way get their neck stepped on. So I don't know who need to hear this, but you need to understand this and understand it deeply. The world is very corrupted, right? Our country, America, is very corrupted, right? You can see all the holes through the system. You can see exactly how corrupted the system is, right? Only those who have the money, only those who have the funds, only those who are able to buy themselves out of criminality, right? Those are the ones who receive justice, right? Just think about our whole justice system, right? You rarely see rich people, you rarely see people with means have to go through the justice system like people without any means, right? You rarely see that. You rarely see rich neighborhoods, wealthy neighborhoods, right, have to be over-policed or anything of that nature, right? It is about money. You can flip it and twist it however you want to. You can not like it all you want to. It will forever and always be about resources, money, and who you are connected to, right? Even when it comes down to nonprofits. Nonprofits are actually for profit, right? You can't just come out here and start a nonprofit. You want to help the homeless, right? You want to help mothers in need. You want to help down and out families. Guess what? You need some moolah. You need donors. You need connections, right? How are you going to distribute the food, right? How are you going to pay the people to run the nonprofit that you're trying to start? How are you going to get it off the ground, right? I talk to a lot of people and people who want to do good by the world. I'm not knocking people who want to do good by the world, but it's just that they don't have a proper understanding of how corrupt and evil the world is. So I'm not telling you that you have to be evil or corrupt. What I'm telling you, you have to understand the evil and the wickedness to be able to maneuver through this world. Because if you don't, they're going to eat your ass alive. And that is what's happening now. So many people want to go through the world and operate off of goodness, right? I understand. Trust me, I used to be that person. But now I carry two swords, right? Don't get it twisted, right? I'm a loving person, right? I'm a giving person, right? But I will be quick to draw my sword when someone crosses that lines. I will be quick to draw my sword when evil tries to come at me, when wickedness trying to come at me. I am quick to draw my sword, right? But y'all are too busy trying to make friends with people who don't care about you. You're too busy trying to make amends by people who want to do you harm, right? You have to operate in the world the exact same way. No, don't be paranoid. Just act accordingly. And too many people think the world is just goody two-shoe. I'm going to tell you like this. Listen, man. A lot of people are fending for themselves, right? All across the globe. Yes. When people want to talk to you, yes, they want something from you. Ladies, when men try to talk to you, they want something from you. Somebody is not talking to you for no reason unless they just have to talk to you. You may be at work. They're trying to break the silence, or it's a manager or a supervisor, coworker or something like that. You're in an environment that calls for talking. That is the only reason. Outside of that, people want something from you, right? And I'm not trying to just destroy people's mindset on how they view people. I'm just telling you how, from my observation as a 30-year-old man, 30-year-old American man, right, who has sat back and observed people, right, sat back and observed reactions, interactions, and actions of people. People are self-absorbed. People are in it for themselves. People want something from one another, right? You have to be able to handle this kind of world, right? The world is not meant for the innocent. It's not. That's what I'm concluding, right? To get to a place of innocence, to get to a place of peace, right? You have to go through that fire, man. Right? You have to turn on overdrive. Right? Your mind has to be tough. Your spirit has to be tough. You got to be ready to slap some shit. Maybe you already done slapped some shit. It's time to slap some shit. Right? To get to the peace and prosperity and innocence that a lot of people are seeking, you got to slap some shit. Right? I don't care if you want to live off the grid. I don't care if you want to, get away from society. You gotta dig deep. You gotta put in some work. You may have to give people the cold shoulder. You may have to give a boss, a supervisor, the cold shoulder. You may have to get a little mean. You may have to show some teeth, right? You may have to, right? Y'all think that surviving in the world, you just, hiya, how you doing? Right? You think it's all about you think you're going to survive that way? Fuck no. You're not. You're not going to survive that way. Right? And I see a lot of people. I've witnessed this firsthand. I've seen genuine good people, right, turn into monsters. Right? Either they turn into monsters or they don't know how to really maneuver, so they shut down. Right? They get into a depressive state, right? They don't want to interact with people because they don't know how to interact with people. They can't trust people, right? I've seen this, right? And as of recently, I've seen this happen with a girl. She was just so happy and bubbly, right? She was just so innocent. And if you have high discernment, you can see people's spiritual and vibrational level, right? And I just used to see that happy and bubbly attitude. I used to be happy to see her. And then one day it just all changed. Like, you can see the energy drained from her. Her personality was different, right? Her energy was different. She was in a depressive state. It was almost as if, like, she seen a body drop or something, right? Personality completely gone, right? And I told her that, and she was just in awe that I could see it, because I probably was the first one to recognize and acknowledge the state that she was in, right? And I think she's long gone now, as far as, I think the job did it to her, man. I think the job did it to her, right? Just being around all of these fake people, being around all of these snakes, right? Evil people, right? Just trying to get one up, right? Listen, it drains you. Right? And that's why we have so many people, right, who are depressed. That's why we have so many people who are on drugs, right? They can't handle this shit. They can't handle it. From the workplace to going to the store, to the grocery store, going in the Wally world, right? It don't matter where you go. It's everywhere, right? And some people, I believe that these people probably used to be genuine. Right? A lot of people hold this stuff to heart, right? And the only way for them to cope, the only way for them to get through this horrific life, right, if you will, they do drugs. And I'm not condoning drug use. I'm not condoning any of that, right? I just understand how humanity works. I understand how certain personality types work. I understand the darkness that allows somebody to go down that route. I understand the strength that don't allow somebody to go down that route. Either way, neither one is wrong. It just depends on that person, right? I'm not saying that either one is wrong. I'm just saying that I just understand the human element of it. And this is how a lot of people cope. A lot of people are coping right now, right? Because the negativity is just so strong. The evil is just so strong, right? And it's not meant for the innocent to survive. Right? It's not meant for the innocent to survive. And I had to come to this conclusion. If I want to win in the way that I want to win, which I will, If I want to provide for my kids, I want to make sure that they reach levels and heights above me. If I want to ensure my family for the future, I got to get blood on my hands. Right? And it sounds horrid saying that. It sounds horrible. But the truth is the truth. This is the after pill. We don't sugarcoat nothing. Right? And when I say blood on my hands, I'm not talking about literally. Calm down, YouTube. I'm not talking about literally. I'm just saying you got to get dirty. You got to get dirty. I don't necessarily believe in, turning the other cheek. I don't believe in that shit. There's only specific situations that you turn the other cheek. Right? And mostly it's to make sure you save the bag. Right? You make sure that the bag keeps coming in. Right? Or mostly it's not even worth it. It's probably from some peasant. It's probably some peasant situation, right? That they want to trick you out of your spot. Things of that nature. No. Right? But you definitely got to get your hands dirty. Right? That is the only way forward. Right? And like I said, even if you want peace, even if you want to live off the grid, even if you just want to pack up and go and just get away from everybody. Hey man, you need some money. Right? You need transportation. You need food. You still need those bare necessities. Right? If you want to get away, and once you get away, get away. I hope you stay away. Shouts out to you if you can do it. I hope you stay away. Right? And that's the exact predicament that I'm in. Right? I'm trying to get the F up out of here. Right? Because I've gotten to a point where I can't stand people. I can't stand people anymore. I used to be such a people person. Right? I'm one of those people. I'm one of those good people that change. Right? I used to be such a people person, love talking to people. I still love talking to people, but it's just not the same anymore. Right? I'm ready to get away from people because you can see the watching eyes. For you guys who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You can see the gazes. Like I talk about all the time, you can see some of the jealousy, especially if you're a man or a woman that's on your purpose, right? You in the gym, you following your purpose, you making moves, you making boss moves, you trying to make your money, you trying to get your money, you trying to get to work and get the F out, right? You just trying to get that bag and go. People want to talk because they actually just trying to get details from you just so they can go run their mouth and talk behind your back. Man, it's all over the place, man. It's all over the place. And there's no fixing it. There's no fixing it, right? People literally go out of their way to be evil sons of bees. They go out of their way to be evil. I don't go out of my way to be evil. No, I match energy. You want to be on demon time? Well, we going to be on demon time. Right? I match energy. You want to draw your sword? I'm going to draw 2 of them. Right? You want to pop off? You want to pop off at the mouth? Well, I'm going to pop. You ain't seen popped. I'm going to explode. Right? I don't go out of my way to be an ugly person. That's not in me. That's not in my spirit. Right? But I will do it. I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Right? I'm not a killer, but don't push me. Because everybody think they're a killer until, everybody think they're a killer until, everybody think they on demon time until they see the real demons. See, what I started to understand about the quiet ones, the ones that mind their business, they're vicious. They're vicious. When I see somebody just quiet to themselves, right? Just trying to, listen, I leave them alone. I already know what time they're on. Right? I know exact what time they're on because I'm on the same exact time and I recognize what I recognize. They recognize what they recognize. They're the most vicious. Right? Those are the ones too that they've seen the world for what it is. And they want no parts. Right? Their trust is all messed up. Their trust is all messed up. Even when they see people who may be on the same frequency as them, their trust is all messed up. Right? Can't trust nobody. Right? I'm sorry, but that's how the world raised me. Can't trust a soul. Right? Some may prove otherwise, but you can't trust a soul. Because people are in it for themselves. People are self-absorbed and selfish. right? And they just want to see what they can get out of you, especially in a country we call America, especially here. But the world is like this. So for you guys who you're confused on some of the things that you're going through, you're confused at why you're always being attacked, why you're a good person. You know you're a good person. You know who you are. You know your soul. You know your spirit. You know your mindset. You know this, right? But you seem to always get attacked. Things just so happen to happen to you. Well, that's why. You're a good person. You're a good human being. And just like the Matrix, man, they want to get a hold of you and they want to change you, right? And like I said, yes, I have changed. But at the core, I'm still the same. I just got to go and find my peace. I got to go find my prosperity. I got to go find my woosah, right? But until then, it's gloves off, right? Until then, we're boxing it out. Until then, I'm drawing swords. Until then, it's belt to ass, right? Because that's how the world raised me, right? That's exactly how the world raised me. And that's exactly what needs to be done until I find exactly the spot that I need to be in. So just like you, take them gloves off. Sharpen your sword, sharpen your mind, sharpen your spirit, because you're going to need it. You don't want to be one of these druggies out here. You don't want to be out here, homeless, mentally ill. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. And that's an after pill. Listen, the after pill is the ideology. The escape blueprint is the framework. And PFP life is how you should live, in purpose, in freedom, and in power. Come over to the Patreon if you want to join the family. If you want to learn some more of this knowledge, some more of this wisdom to change your mindset, to be able to survive in a new world. We're learning AI. We're putting the systems together. We're learning new infrastructure, right? We're making money. Come over to the Patreon. And if you want to take it a step further, come and join the inner circle. It is full of like-minded men who are headed in the same direction as you, hopefully in the same direction that you want to go. Hit that link in the description and I'll see you guys over there. Peace.
I built a life. I built a family. I worked my hands raw to get here, and I'm not done. This is the escape blueprint, PFP life, a way out of the grind and into control. You'll learn how I stack cash, build systems, and reclaim time so you can live on your own terms. You will watch me maneuver and grind towards the life that I achieve for myself, and you can also do the same. Join the circle, join the Patreon, learn the steps, and protect your freedom. The escape blueprint, PFP life.